Hey, darling, how you doing on this fine evening? Speaking of fine, you know what else is fine? Our progress in recent shows that we have, watched on the channel, which is to say, I literally just got finished recording both the finale for K-On! Season 2, or K-On!, but I'm screaming it, and Non Non Biyori Repeat. To be fair, I do also still have the OVAs and specialty stuffs to do, and obviously that's not even counting the movie and the movies for both and the goddamn third season, but I'm not jumping into that right away, so I'm sorry. But we will get to it, I promise. I know I'm bad at promises, but, fucking let me have this. So we are going to go ahead and officially call it there. I mean, they're still gonna come out. You're gonna watch them, but I've recorded them. They're on Patreon. They're coming your way, nerds. But yeah. So K-On! And Non Non are both officially done for le moment. For le momento. My apologies to anyone who speaks any language that isn't English. Anyway, and also probably people who speak English. So I just wanted to let you guys know that has officially happened, and with that, something else is going to happen. For those also wondering, because I haven't put out a community post to really talk about how things are doing, despite the fact that if you've been paying attention to the channel, things are actually doing, which is crazy. But that is, stuff is happening. Again, just wrap those two. Obviously, there are other shows on the channel. I don't believe I've officially talked about Maji Record and what's going to happen with that, because as far as I can tell, it's still in the thing, which shouldn't be in the thing. I think I just moved it the other day. We're not going to continue that. Because people in the audience have warned me, we should have discussed this more before we did it. Maybe it's not a good play. Also, I think things were still coming out at the time when we officially went around to scooping it up. So it wasn't like, it gets worse. Not quality-wise, Shannon's well-being-wise. So it's very, we're gonna go ahead and we're not going to finish Maji Record. That is not going to stop me from watching the next Maji, the Monica movie when that happens. That we are watching. Just try to fucking stop me. I'm in it to win it with that shit. If I haven't talked about that before, we will not be continuing with that. Also, probably not going to be continuing with Pokemon Sun and Moon, which is devastating, but Ash beat the fucking universe in the time it took me since the last episode that I recorded. He's retiring. And spoilers, he's retiring in the time it's taken me to do another episode. So we're just probably going to call it there. I would still like to watch that, and I probably intend to. But yeah, probably just not going to continue that on the channel. Those things. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Also, I didn't mention Erased, but I don't remember if we talked about that, but probably going to not do that either. If I do it, I'm going to do it on my own time, probably with Jeff, if he'll be up for it, just because I think that's another one of the shows like Maji Record I'm not going to be able to do. But we'll have to wait and see. That still remains to be seen. Either way, I don't think it's going to happen on the channel. However, of course, it's not all doom and gloom. I am not throwing away Snafu. I very much intend to get back to Snafu. If you think you can stop me from watching my dear, sweet, beloved Yukino, you can go fuck yourself. But yeah, the big thing with me not starting on recording more Snafu yet is very specifically, why is my camera so dark? But is very specific. It's probably been like that all day. I've recorded 6 goddamn episodes, and probably looks like that. Sickly. Phantasmic. Phantasmic sounds cool, though I mean it in a phantom sense. Snafu. The very reason I specifically have not jumped on recording yet is, number one, I wanted to prioritize. I'm going to hyper target in on both K-On! And Non Non Season 2's. But also because I really want to make sure that I go and rewatch at least the first episodes of Season 2 over again before I continue on with it. Very specifically, because I don't remember if y'all remember this, it was about 7.5 years ago. The last episode I tried to record of Snafu, I did not do that beforehand when there was already a 12.5 year fucking difference before that one. And I was so fucking lost. it was abysmal. That I genuinely upset with the quality of that video. I don't even think it was bad, but I hate that it was bad, that I've decided it's bad, because it's bad. So I don't want to do that again, and I do want to make sure that I at least have a baseline understanding of what the fuck is going on next time. So I'm going to go ahead and try and shoot for that. It's just difficult for me to find the time. I don't want to make an excuse. It's just difficult for me to stop watching RWBY over and over and over again. That's my excuse. That's the problem. That is what's stopping me. So I know that sounds like a really dumb reason. And it arguably is, but it's my favorite show, and it is currently RWBY season, and also it is my comfort. It hurts me dearly, but it is my comfort show. And obviously the past 2 years has been me desperately in need of my comfort show, which was some shit, because it was on hiatus the entire time. Ice Queendom, I loved it, and it is RWBY. But it's a little different. They should still do more. Anyway, point is, yeah, so I do intend to get to Snafu, but I want to rewatch those first, 4 or 5 episodes? Something like that, before I do that, so that I do not risk ruining the experience for you guys again, and ruining it for me. I was so confused, I had no idea what I was doing. I could just be like, occasionally like, I let you know, there's that, I guess. But anyway, so there's that. And a very similar thing with Violet Evergarden. We have 2 fucking movies to watch now, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not actually anywhere near as worried about not remembering or not being able to keep up with Violet Evergarden as I am with Snafu, which seems really weird, because you'd think one of those probably is a little more complicated than the other, but I don't actually think that's... I think that it's true, but I think it's true in the opposite direction you might originally think. But I want to go ahead and rewatch that anyway. First, 1, because it's amazing, and 2, just because I do want a quick refresher before I hop in on those flicks. So I do want to try and shoot for doing that. So do hold out for a little while, because that is one of the next things I want to get around to doing, is the Violet Evergarden movies. So that's going to be a thing. And again, there's 2 of them, I do believe. There's like an hour and a half one, and there's like a full-on fucking... There's a thing. There's a whole thing. There's a whole the movie. And again, that's also the thing with, again, K-On! And Non Non. We're going to get to the movies for those and the 3rd season of that later on. Which is why it brings you to the main point of this little update video, which is I'm doing another poll again. That's right. I'm doing the thing. We're back, baby. You know it's in the swing of things when Shannon's doing a fucking poll. Yeah, so I want to quickly do a poll. I tried to do a very unscientific bullshit one where I was trying to be stupid and sneakerity in the Discord, and instantaneously someone figured out what I was doing. It took FG... It took him, them? I actually don't know. Fucking wonderful person. Took them fucking 0 time for for them to immediately like, oh, this GW, that's Gundam Witch, and I'm like, oh fuck. So I'm doing a poll. There's going to be a decent little selection of stuff in there. A lot of it is going to be newer things that have come out while I've been away, because there's been a lot of really lit shit that seems to have come out while I was away. Things like Bocchi the Rock, fucking Lycoris Recoil, fucking whatever the golf one was, fucking... Again, I'm less aware of it, but I just saw it earlier today, and I'm like, oh, I remember seeing something about this, and I went to look at it, I'm like, oh, people really fucking like this. Fucking More Than a Married Couple, Less Than Lovers or some shit, and that apparently is good. Fucking all sorts of, again, Gundam Witch. Lot of lady love. You know me, I'm a lover boy. So all of that stuff is things I want to get to. Also, do kind of keep me in the know in regards to like Gundam Witch specifically, because obviously I'm already slightly iffy on it, because I don't give a shit about Gundam or Mecha, obviously. But also, Darling in the Franxx is one of my favorite shows, so it's not like it can't work. Yeah. Also, I'm aware of a very specific scene towards the end of that show that I do not know the context of, but it is like the one thing I'm aware of the whole thing that might give me pause, for the same reasons we're not continuing Maji Record and stuff. But also, I looked a little into it, and it doesn't... Like, it looks bad. Like, it looks concerning. Highly concerning. There's a whole lot of fan art of Tomato. At least from what I can tell is tremendous tomato. You spilled my spaghetti. And I'm very shocked by it. But so that's something I do want to keep in mind. But I don't think it's something that would stop me from what I can tell. Do keep me posted without trying to be too spoilery, obviously, but I don't know. I think it's okay. But yeah, shit like that. Just a lot of different things. There's a couple that I want to toss in there that are older stuff too. I wanted to throw Shirobako in there, then I realized Crunchyroll doesn't fucking have it, so fuck me, I guess. We'll deal with that another time, because I do want to watch that eventually. But yeah, so we'll see what we can do. There's a good number of things there. Also, there will be at least one or two things that are actually like catching up on stuff in the past. Like I want to watch. One that I threw in there was Kaguya-sama Season 3, which I've heard obviously great things about, because Kaguya-sama does not fuck around. 'Tis mighty good, and if they pull that shit, like with the one episode they did last time, I'm gonna be slightly upset, because fool me once, shame on me. You. Shame on one of us. I don't remember how the saying goes, but you're an asshole. That episode was fucked up. It was very, very good, but you're a dick. Anyway, yeah, so we'll have to wait and see how it goes. I'm going to put it out there. I don't have a end date immediately planned for right now. It'll probably be around the time that both K-On! and Non Non do end up wrapping up. I might end up even doing the OVAs before we get there, so that there's an extra little bit of time to help bridge the gap between two shows. But yeah, it'll probably be around that time or just after, as soon as I can figure out when the fuck that'll be. Probably, yeah, this probably won't get set up until tomorrow in earnest, maybe? I'm impatient. So yeah. It'll be a thing. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what you want to do. I know there's also going to be people who want me to immediately jump into previous stuff. Date Alive, which just, I don't have a particular drive to get to. It's one of those shows that I don't not want to get to, but it's so low on my priority. I have no particular drive to get to it. Monogatari is kind of a similar way. I'd honestly just rather listen to the books. I enjoyed going through them again with the audiobooks. They're a lot of fun. Everyone's great in them. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But that's another example. And then there's super complicated ones like ReZero. ReZero is a super fucking complicated one for me because everything is telling me that I shouldn't do it, but there's a part of me that really kind of wants to. Because as time has progressed further and further and further, a certain character from ReZero has... I don't think it's fair to say they have grown on me as much as they've become some sort of a cancerous tumor in my brain that I cannot shake. And all I can say is apparently, despite the fact I didn't intend it, I love Amelia. So fucking, I don't even know. It's genuinely insane how much I've grown to appreciate that character since I've stopped watching the show. So, again, I don't fucking know. That easily could be one thing that, if I do watch it, I watch it on my own time. But if there's a possibility and I maybe do it, I know people would obviously want to watch that. But I just know it gets really fucked again, and it's not good, and it's bad. I mean, it's good, but it's not good, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Fuck. Anyway. Point is, and the other, I know one of the other big ones would be Hibiki Euphonium, which is one I definitely considered, but I think I want to give it at least one more burst before I get to. But then that is actually legitimately higher up on my list. It is one I do kind of want to get around to. Yeah, just for examples as stuff. So anyway, and then there's the other insanely complicated example, I would say. Also, I want to get around to Bunny Girl. That's another one I need to rewatch the show first, though. But the other one is Konosuba, which it sucks because I like Konosuba a lot, and I have almost zero fucking drive to watch that movie. And it's not because of the movie or anything to do with that. It's entirely due to someone spoiling the movie for me. And I just went, there is all my drive to want to watch that movie. And that really fucking sucks. Because I want to, but I don't. So, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see how that ends up going. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. We have a poll. Feel free to check it out. It should be in the description, should be in the pinned comment, should be in the Discord, should be all that fucking shit. Again, don't know exactly how long it'll run. It'll probably say on the thing or something like that when I finally decide it. But for now, just know that that's a thing, and I want to watch some stuff. There's a few things in particular I'm leaning towards. I'm already expecting them probably to get it, just because I'm aware of how utterly fucking crazy people fell in love with them. There's a reason I mentioned Bocchi first. It's just like people fucking seem to really like that show. And it feels like a show that like you just people would like it. People really fucking liked that show apparently, so I wouldn't be surprised. But most anything if it's on that list, I am at least decently invested in checking out. So anyway, there's all that. I hope you guys are as excited as I am that content exists. It feels really good to have Ruby Season back. It really, I think, was the thing I really needed to push me into just fucking breathing air again. Obviously, I've talked a lot about why the past year or two has been fucking dog water. So I will not go into too much more detail other than it sucked. And I'm very happy that it's not quite the same way. To be fair, today sucks a lot. I'm recording this today, fucking Pikami announced she was graduating, and that hurts. That hurts a lot. Which is also interesting, because then I decided to watch the fucking last 3 episodes of fucking K-On!, which I don't know if you paid attention to. They say graduated about 27,000 fucking times. It was a choice. We got through it. I don't know if I'd make the choice again. Anyway, so that's all a thing. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Keep me in the loop. Thank you so much for being so patient and understanding and caring and compassionate and wonderful. Whether you were legitimately waiting for content or just gave me a place to feel cared for in any way, shape, or form, I guess, in the Discord or on the channel or whatever the case may be. So, thank you so much for everything. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Tools, duels, lemons, everybody. Poll away. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I'm excited. Oh my goodness. I'm excited. So I hope you guys are too. Until then, bye. Bye, I love you. I love you, bye. Why my arm all fuck up? Why my arm all fuck up? Why I look like someone beat the shit out of me? Desk, what is your fucking problem, man? Ma'am? Lady? Girl? Gal? Pal? I guess I love you.